dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, original?
Thinking of Temptations.
Nobody come to see you, Otis. Remember that. I'm the star of the show. It's your boy DJ Duki, your girl.
Sierra Nicole.
Back on the channel with another
Kid and C original.
Stay in your place. You know how folks get. They want to act up. Act up. You can get snatched up, little girl. Welcome back to the channel. Got another TikTok story time, man. We got a requested TikTok story time. We got, what did your parents say to you that made you look at them differently? Not now.
Nothing.
Not now.
Nope.
Quit capping. What about auntie or uncle?
That's
that's a whole different story. But hey, this gonna be messy. This gonna be petty. So
do you got anything? You probably do, but
yeah, I probably do.
Yeah, let's just get into it.
It is what it is. With that being said, make sure you check out the links in the description box down below. You already know where to go. If you want to first support, all you gotta do is check out down below. Also, we gotta take this time and salute to the comment of the day.
Salute to you.
We highly appreciate y'all, man. Y'all keep running us up. Also, if you enjoyed today's video, like it with a thumbs up.
Please do that.
You really thinking about something?
No, because how my mind goes, because of how I am, how I grew up, with just my mom. I only thought about my mama, but it's that parent. So
your dad,
my dad too. That's a different story.
All right, oh Lord.
Mind your business. Go on, press play.
You think about parent, you only think about your mom. But your mama to get you here by herself. You're like, well.
But I love my daddy though, so let's just get into it.
This and tell me a time where one of your parents said something to you that made you feel different about them.
For context, I'm a type 1 diabetic with an insulin pump. So it was about to be my 18th birthday. My mom had talked to me, and you're 18, you're going to have more freedoms, you're going to do more shit now. You can make your own decisions. So I'm like, cool, I'm going to go get my nose pierced. Didn't talk to her, didn't tell her about it. I go on my birthday and I get my nose pierced. It's a little stud. It wasn't this shit right here. I'm super excited and happy. I wait for her to come home. She comes home and then she slaps the dog shit out of me. And she's like yelling at me and she's like, I didn't tell you could do that. You didn't ask for permission. Yada, yada, whoop-de-whoop. And I'm yelling back like, you said I could make decisions, blah, blah, blah. It's my fucking body. And I was already going through some shit, so I just, let everything off my fucking chest that night. And she didn't like that. So she fucking swung on me, I swung back, we tussling. And as we're tussling, she keeps reaching for my insulin pump. She also threw the dog cage at me. But after everything's over, I'm like, did you try to, pull my pump out? And she admitted it. She was like, yeah, I was trying to pull that shit out to hurt you. Over a piercing?
Okay.
This and tell me a time where one of your parents said something to you that made you feel different.
You know these parents be, I'll bring you in the world, I'll take you out.
No.
But you know what I'm talking about. No. And y'all know what I'm talking about too. Quit acting like y'all don't know.
So my mom didn't really say anything, but she just beat my ass for no reason in high school. So my freshman year of high school, I was talking to this junior, and he was a really immature boy. One day during lunch, he asked me if he could use my phone, and I thought he was going to make a phone call or something like that. Instead, he took a picture of my crotch and posted it on Snapchat with arrows saying, insert here. He commented wild shit under people's posts on Instagram, and he also made a post on Instagram that was inappropriate. So at that time, my entire family followed me on Instagram. My notifications were off, but my family group chat was going crazy about it. So I get home, and instead of my mom listening to my explanation, she beats the shit out of me, talking about lifting me up off the ground from my shirt type shit. Hands down, one of the worst ass beatings I've ever gotten. And when I finally told her what happened, she told me if I was a better child, I would have got the benefit of the doubt.
You guys stitch this through at this and tell me a time where one of your parents said something to you that...
So after I lost the person I was with, I asked my mom if me and my daughter can stay with her until I got back on my feet. She told me no, because her dude didn't want me there. Okay, cool. After that, she had a dinner at her house. It was getting late. So she asked her dude to bring me and my daughter home. Apparently, he didn't go back home. And when he did go home, my mama found the earring in his car. So instead of questioning him, my mama accused me of sleeping with her boyfriend. She called me and told me I was a whore-ass bitch that was jealous because she had a man and my man was dead. And since I was jealous, I was fucking him. Do y'all have any idea what that feels like to have your mama accuse you of some shit like that? Me and that woman has never been cool since.
You guys stitch this, duet this, and tell me a time.
Hey,
Damn.
I ain't think we were getting into all this shit.
Damn.
This a little too hot. This a little too hot for me. I ain't gonna count. Mine was some shit, but so far, well, I have witnessed some things. It might not happen to me, but you know what I'm saying. I got siblings, so that's a whole another story. But whew.
One of your parents said something to you that made you feel different about them. Me and my sister had a friend, and we would hang out every day, and then we introduced her to our mom, and we all would hang out because we were all grown then. We would all hang out together. And this girl, as soon as she met my mom, and my mom kind of hit it off with her, and she would take up for her. Every time me and her get into an argument, she would take her side. So the girl would keep getting smart with me because she knew she was safe around him. So one day I got so mad, like, why do you keep talking to me like that? We got in each other's face, and I threatened to hit her. And my mom jumped in front of her and was like, you're not going to do nothing to her. I said, why are you taking up for her when I'm your daughter? She said, because of this and that, whatever. And I said, I still hit her in my face. My mom told me to my face, turned directly and said, if you hit her, I'm going to push you off this balcony. And you know that balcony was like 3 to 4 stories high. I said, so you going to push me out the balcony for a girl you don't even know? My mom turned to me and was like, yep. I said, I'm your daughter. She said, no, you not. Yeah.
What did your parents say to you that made you look at them differently?
So when I was in high school, like right before I turned 16, my mom made me go live with my dad, which was in another state, which was in Georgia. And I did not want to do that. Like, I did not want to do that. So after being there for a while, like, I started to get depressed. I was visibly depressed. Like, you could just look at me and tell by the way I was acting, by the way my behavior changed, by the way my appetite and everything changed. Like, I just stayed in my room all the time. I went to school, came home, did my little chores, was in my room all the time. Like, my room was my safe space. So one day, my dad and his girlfriend at the time, they sat me down, had a conversation with me, blah, blah, blah. And they was like, are you depressed? Whatever. Like, we could tell that you are. And then me basically saying, like, yeah, I am depressed. They proceeded to say, well, you don't have a reason to be depressed. What? He then goes to say, and then he's like, you don't have no reason to be depressed. Like, you got a house over your head, you got food on your table, you got clothes on your back, da-da-da-da. And in my head, I'm just thinking, like, that's basic needs in life. You're a parent. That's your job. That's what you're supposed to do. And just because you have basic needs and basic necessities in life, that's not going to make you happy. Like, what? And, like, from that moment forward, then the kicker, I forgot this part, the kicker, he told me, he was like, you're not depressed. You're literally just using that as an excuse to be lazy. Sir, what? So after that right there, that was the icing on the cake, cherry on top, all that for me. Like, that was really the feather that broke the camel's back for me. And after he said that, my whole attitude, my whole demeanor towards him changed. Like, I never talked to him about anything from that moment forward. And then he always be like, well, you don't ever talk to me, da-da-da-da. Like, you can come to me. No, I can't. And I'm not going to, because of that reason right there. Like, even though it's just some words and to some it may seem small, but that moment right there when I realized, like, that my father did not care about my mental health and didn't give a damn about my mental health, that traumatized me. Like, how could you say that to your child?
So tell me a time where one of your parents said something to you that made you feel different about them.
This high school football player decided he wanted to randomly chill with me one day. Knows all of my friends, knows most of my family. He knows my brothers, he knows my mom, and randomly he just wants to chill with me. Never had the courage or the urge to do it any other day, but besides that, he literally came over there to basically convince me to have sex with him, and my mom was home. I said no. We were first sitting on the couch. I said no. He started touching me, so I moved to the floor. So he moved to the floor too. As a black mother does, she comes downstairs because we looking suspicious. We don't sound. It's not sounding like nothing. So she's like, "What the fuck is going on?" Of course, asking him to leave. And then as soon as he leaves, this bitch is attacking me, like asking me all these sex questions. Have I been having sex? Do I do it protected? Da 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 da. Mind you, I'm 18 years old. This is the first conversation we ever had about sex. But in the midst of it, well, basically at the end of it, she literally parted her lips to ask me, "When I get to college, am I just gonna be a slut? Didn't you have the baby at 19? I'm confused." That one comment changed the entire trajectory of our relationship. We had problems before, but baby, after, it was hell.
So tell me a time where...
I ain't gonna lie, sometimes you gotta have that trust in your kids though. And just because a dude came over, he trying to be pushy. Most dudes are managed. Most boys are managed. So a lot of the times, now don't get it twisted, you got some freaky deaky little girl though. But most of the time, the guys being more
that initiate and are a little bit more pushy.
But I have came across some girls who be wanted more than the dudes.
Your parents said something to you that made you feel different about them.
While my father was kicking me out of the house, well, just dropping me off in a town that I did not live in, we were like an hours away. He was spewing a lot of vile hatred that I knew he already had in him, but he alluded that I was going to have to sell my body on the streets because I was homeless. He dropped me off on a street corner and he said, "Good luck," and drove away. All I had with me was my backpack, blanket, and pillow, and I, of course, looked homeless. I stayed at a Starbucks for a couple hours where people stared at me and tried to give me money because they thought I was homeless. I think the worst thing about the whole thing wasn't the fact that the town that he dropped me off in was full of human traffickers, and he knew it, but he didn't care because his feelings were hurt. Was that he lied to everybody about it when they got me back, and no one believes me.
Do at this and tell me a time where one of your parents said something to you that made you feel different about them.
I have one. The time when my mom was moving to Florida, she was having a going away dinner. I did not want to go. The day of the dinner, something in my spirit was like, just stay home, don't go. But I ended up going because she jumped down my throat because I called and told her that I didn't want to come. Basically, what happened at the dinner is she basically told me in front of the family how she hated me and she wished she never had me. Then 2 days later, tried to double back and say she was speaking on how she felt when she was 15. No, you meant that. You just wasn't expecting the family to react the way they did. And you still treat me. What the fuck is that? Y'all heard that?
Hell yeah,
Let's do at this and tell me a time.
Hell yeah,
I sure was like,
I'm like, and then at the time and dash, and I'm like, what the hell?
I know, right?
Like, boom, boom, boom. I'm like, who the fuck? But nah,
That's
what it
messed
was her mom was trying to get some shit off her chest that she always felt. Not just you was speaking on when you were 15.
But why you wait till your going away dinner to do that though?
Because you leaving everything. And so you feel like you finna just, I'm finna tell everybody how I feel about it.
Before I leave and go and start my new life.
Yeah. Basically.
That's crazy.
Basically.
That's messed up.
Where one of your parents said something to you that made you feel different about them.
So my dad came home one day and asked me where was the car insurance money because I currently was on their car insurance because I was under the age of 25 and they convinced me that it would be cheaper if I went under them for car insurance. He approached me and was like, "Yo, where's my money at? I haven't had money from you in 4 months." Mind you, I was paying $450 to give them to be on their car insurance. They had 3 cars under their name. I proceeded to tell my father, my stepfather, I don't know what you're talking about. I've been giving mom $450 for the last 4 months, this entire time. You need to ask your wife where that money is because I don't got it. I've been giving it to her. What are you talking about? My mom proceeds to pull up to the house and she sees me screaming at my stepfather about how he's straight up lying because I've been paying him for months. My mother pulls up. I ask her, "Yo, Ma, tell him I've been giving you the money, so what are you talking about?" She proceeds to say, "I can do whatever I want with my money, like for part 2. I just want to make it very clear that I've never had this many likes on a photo, on a video, and I've never thought that this was going to go viral in any way. So I am sorry. Here is the part 2. Okay. All right. Part 2. So my mom rolls up. Okay. She rolls up to the house and she's like, if I want to do whatever I want with my money, I'm going to do whatever I want with my money. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I've been giving you $450 for 4 months, more than 4 months, and you've been doing what with it exactly? She's like, I needed to get my nails done and my hair done, and that needed to be done first. Okay, not that I don't know why you're listening to your father. Stop listening to your father, because he's not in charge here. He's not in charge here. Where's my money? Right. So I start cursing her out, getting upset, like, you're a thief, you're stealing from me. Like, how could you steal my money? She goes on to say that I'm crazy, what are you talking about? You took my money, like, for part 3. The part 2 is up, but I'm about to do a part 3. So I wanted to answer this question because that is true. Now that I'm 28 now, and I'm a grown ass woman. And when I was 21, I did not realize that my mother and my father were pumping me just to pay for it. I found out. Let me get into the story. So close to the end, my father goes, here's the bill for the car insurance. Now he fucked up right there because that finally showed me what the car insurance was. I come to find out, I look at the car insurance bill. The car insurance bill is like $900. Why is it $900? Because they haven't been paying the car insurance for the last 4 months. And the car insurance was only like $290 something. Mind you, I've been giving them $450. Right? Yeah. Definitely was paying for other bills while also paying for the car insurance as well. Was not just paying for one bill. So once he gives me the bill, I start cursing at my mother, telling her she's a thief. That's in the 3rd part, right? Moving on to the next. All right, guys, sorry. I'm not really that great at storytelling, so I'm sorry if this is long. So anyways, we get to the point where my mother starts going in about, like, how she saved me and how I'm so disrespectful and how I ain't shit and how ungrateful I am as a daughter, considering that she saved me from my last apartment. My mom's all about reputation. She likes to be strong. She's a strong woman. So this was her really projecting onto me after I just figured out she was a thief. So after that, she was like, listen, don't worry about the car insurance. I already told you, stop calling me a thief because you owe me everything. And I was like, I don't owe you shit. You owe me $900 because I'm not paying that. I'm not paying it. So I'm walking off to my car. And she's like, you better get back here right now. I was like, no, I'm driving away. I'm going to go move in with my friend or something because this is outrageous. I'll change the insurance. I'll pay the amount, $450. Are you playing with me? So I like this comment.
Shorty, you talking too goddamn much. It ain't
I'm so like, my goodness.
What she trying to do is she trying to milk the fuck out of these videos. And bruh, some of y'all like to be real. Y'all be doing too much of it. But the thing is, Shorty, to be honest, at 21, you just didn't understand bills at all.
Right.
And I'll say this, I'm kind of glad my mom kind of did me how she did me. Because she pushed me into making me pay my own bills. And I thought it was weird. But looking at it hindsight, I'm grateful. Because it gave me the ability to basically be able to stand on my own and know how to take care of my own responsibilities. And like when I say she dropped me out the car insurance by myself, I was like, she signed me up by myself, and I was like, I can't afford no car insurance. But come to find out, I was able to. Right. She gave me a car, took it away from me, and I had to go get a car myself. And I was like, dang, I can't afford no car note. Was able to afford a car note. All right, cool. I ain't want no credit card because she made me get a credit card. She made me form into an adult.
She pushed you to grow up.
She pushed me to like 18, 19. You grown. You have to be, and then you a boy, you have to be a man. Right. You have to learn how to take care of responsibilities and grow the fuck up. You're not a child anymore. 21, to be real, Shorty, you could have already been on your own insurance. That's some, like, say for instance,
like she said, they tricked her into telling her that it'll be cheaper if she just got on their insurance.
Because you still allowed them to treat you like a child.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Because you still wanted your parents to look at you, basically give you that parent and child relationship, but you're a grown individual at 21. You get what I'm saying? You're an adult.
I get what you're saying, but I don't. But
all right, say for instance like this.
a little bit. Okay. Yeah.
Their parents still taking care of them.
Mm-hmm.
In every situation they get into, their parents still look after them, get them out of it, not allowing them to grow the fuck up. Basically, what I'm saying, and you enabling them to still be
rely on you for everything,
rely on
and
you and handicapping you in life
to grow up and learn responsibility.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I'm like, oh, she the last one. She keep going on. I ain't. She just too much. But now, like sometimes, bro, like sometimes tough love is the best love, but sometimes it's the way to go. At it, the last part, I get why she would be mad because I'll be pissed off too.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
That $450, but
especially
to be
when
honest,
you haven't been paying it, you've been just doing whatever you want with it.
You kind of should have asked them around, like how much car insurance is.
But I think it's kind of a thing where
trust.
Yeah, it's your mama. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like I wouldn't think that
real,
my mama would be.
Shit, who paying the bills? Stepdad paying bill. I'm giving stepdad the money.
Right.
I'm not giving mama the money.
Right.
Especially if you anything like me, you know not to give your mama the money. You get that money to who gonna make sure the bills paid. And not the person who's trying to keep they fancy lifestyle up and look good. Yep. You know what I'm saying? You gotta peep certain things, and that's all I mean. Fact. Like you gotta know, because a lot of times we be knowing. Like she knew her mama was high maintenance. Yeah. And you will know.
She gotta get her hair.
She gotta take care of herself first.
Girl, the bills, house
bills come first. Then the leisure comes second. Like quit, and then to be honest, a lot of this stuff is generational hurt, and you keep trickling it down from generation to generation, and we're not helping the next generation grow and prosper.
That's true.
And then the next generation got to figure out how to fix trauma and generational issues. Sometimes
go ahead, my bad.
No, I was gonna say sometimes you're gonna find that one child that moves away and stay away to be able to fix it. But then y'all be looking at them wrong because they the ones who moved away and stayed away. Mm-hmm. No, it's about breaking that cycle.
You do have to break those curses. Yeah, break that cycle.
What you was finna say though?
No, that's what I'm about to say. I'm about to say at some point down the line, like for instance, like with us, you have to basically realize and make a decision that okay, when I start having kids, I gotta break these cycles that were passed on from the previous generation or what my mom or my daddy or whoever passed on to me, because you gotta stop somewhere. Yeah.
Man, but hey, y'all let us know how y'all feel about it in the comment section down below. A lot of these was like, hey, fucked up, but to be real, I think we all got trauma. We all been through life experiences.
Yeah, facts.
And the thing is not to hold on to it. You gotta learn how to let it grow, heal from it, and move on, and let it make you a better person.
Facts.
And how this is a learning experience to what not to do when it comes down to your kids.
That's facts.
So, again, let us know how y'all feel about it in the comment section down below. But as always, y'all know how I go. I do go by the name. Ooh, what am I doing tonight?
Go ahead.
You good?
You good?
I hope so.
I
hope so. I do go by the name DJ.
We are.
We gotta go and get it. Ain't no time to kick it. Gotta stack a flip for my folks. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar.